I will prove everyone not by shouting louder than the doubters, not by pointing fingers at those who once shrugged or snickered, but by quietly building a life that leaves no room for doubt. My proof will be the steady accumulation of tiny, relentless actions. The mornings I show up when it's easier to sleep in, the evenings I choose discipline over distraction, the days I prioritize work when comfort whispers otherwise. I will prove everyone by becoming the kind of person whose consistency becomes a fact so visible it cannot be argued with. The proof won't arrive as a single thunderbolt. It will arrive as a pattern, waking up early, finishing what I start, learning when I fail, adjusting when I'm wrong, and returning to the task with a humility that strengthens rather than weakens resolve. I will prove everyone by mastering the small things first, the projects that hum quietly in the background, the emails answered with care, the habits polished until they feel automatic. I'll prove everyone by turning intention into routine, by making fitness non-negotiable because health underpins everything else, by making learning a daily practice because knowledge compounds, by making relationships honest and courageous because character is tested in how we treat others when no one is watching. I will prove everyone by refusing the shortcut that compromises the long game. I will trade temporary applause for the slow, durable growth that builds legacy. I will prove everyone by using criticism as raw material, not ammunition. Each taunt, each skeptical eyebrow, each polite dismissal will be folded into plans rather than lodged in pride. Where others see insults, I will look for data points. What did they think I couldn't do? Where did their assumptions come from? Which parts of that prediction are reality and which are fear? I will catalog the lessons that criticism offers, the areas where improvement is real, and I will act. I will prove everyone by converting cynicism into fuel. The more they doubt, the clearer my focus becomes, because momentum is best built when the mind is sharply aimed. I will prove everyone by embracing discomfort as a tutor. I will seek out hard conversations, accept feedback that stings, and push into the projects that highlight my weaknesses, because that is exactly where growth lies. When opportunities present themselves disguised as risks, I will step forward. I will prove everyone by learning to fail gracefully and fail forward, to fail with curiosity rather than shame, to extract the lesson before the ego intervenes, and to map failure into the next strategy. My willingness to be imperfect publicly will be my secret weapon. People who fear judgment never learn how to iterate fast enough to win. I will prove everyone by keeping promises first to myself, then to others. When I say I will do something, I will deliver. The cumulative power of kept promises compounds trust, and trust is the currency that unlocks collaborations, recommendations, and harder challenges. I will prove everyone by showing up on time, by reading the documents before meetings, by following through on commitments even when the initial excitement fades. Let others treat their word as optional. I will treat mine as an anchor. The reliability I build will become a louder testimony than any boast. I will prove everyone by cultivating patience and impatience in equal measure, patient with process, impatient with excuses. I will be patient with the time it takes to learn a craft, to build a network, to watch a small venture find product, mark at fit. At the same time, I will be impatient with inertia, with complacency, with the stories that keep me small. I will schedule deliberate sprints and then evaluate. I will measure progress in milestones and celebrate the small wins that signal the curve is bending upward. I will prove everyone by surrounding myself with truth tellers. I will find people who call me out when I'm soft, who celebrate me when I level up, who refuse to let comfort become the final stop. I will prove everyone by seeking mentorship and also by curating peers who raise the bar. Toxic positivity and echo chambers will have no place in my circle. Constructive tension and honest appraisal will. I will exchange ego for evidence and let my inner circle be the laboratory where ideas are stress-tested until only the strongest survive. I will prove everyone by protecting my attention like a rare resource. I will be ruthless with time, wasters and generous with opportunities that align with core priorities. I will prove everyone by learning the discipline of saying no, not as a closed door, but as a way to keep doors open that matter most. I will focus on leverage over busyness, on the 2 or 3 things that will move the needle, and dismiss the 1,000 tiny distractions that create the illusion of productivity without producing results. I will prove everyone by telling a better story about my future than the past statistics suggest. I will refuse to be boxed in by history, my childhood, the mistakes I've made, the people who labeled me. I will rewrite the narrative where necessary through action, not excuses. The story I tell will be backed by data, milestones reached, projects shipped, testimonies from those I've helped. I will prove everyone by letting my trajectory, not my past, define my identity. I will prove everyone by learning to negotiate with fear. When fear says not yet, I will ask why. When fear points to safety, I will weigh the cost of comfort. I will prove everyone by stepping into roles that make me uncomfortable long enough for competence to form. I will treat fear like a signpost, not a stop sign information about where I need strength, not a verdict on my capacity. I will prove everyone by being generous with credit even while I claim responsibility for results. I will cheer the teammates, mentors, and supporters who helped me, because success that hoards praise fragments and success that shares legacy multiplies. I will prove everyone by building others up even as I climb. My ascent will be measured not only by what I achieve but by who I lift with me. I will prove everyone by simplifying the complex into systems. Instead of relying on willpower alone, I will build environments and routines that make my desired behaviors inevitable. I will automate decisions where possible, create checklists for execution, and remove friction that sabotages progress. I will prove everyone by designing a life where good choices are the easy choices and slippage requires deliberate effort. I will prove everyone by investing in resilience, financial prudence to survive setbacks, mental training to process stress, and physical conditioning so my body does not betray my ambitions. I will build buffers, small savings, redundant skills, durable relationships that make me unshakable. I will prove everyone by being the person who endures long enough to see the payoff that impatience and panic would have short-circuited. I will prove everyone by measuring what matters. Vanity metrics that look impressive but don't move me toward goals will be ignored. Instead, I'll track output and outcomes, skills acquired, revenue generated, relationships deepened, impact created. I will prove everyone by being accountable to numbers and narratives alike, using both as checklists to ensure alignment between intention and reality. I will prove everyone by being kind to myself during the process, not indulgent, but reasonable. I will recognize that grit without rest is brittle. I will schedule recovery, celebrate progress, and allow joy to sit next to ambition. I will prove everyone by showing that strength can be tempered with softness and discipline with delight. I will prove everyone by acting when the opportunity is unclear. I will choose movement over paralysis. I will prove everyone by iterating, launch small, learn fast, scale what works. I will avoid perfection as an excuse to delay. The countless imperfect attempts will become the tapestry of my eventual mastery. I will prove everyone by creating work that speaks in results and in value. Whether I'm building products, ideas, or relationships, I will let usefulness be my metric. I will prove everyone by focusing less on image and more on impact, on the ways my efforts tangibly improve outcomes for others and myself. I will prove everyone by keeping a learner's humility. No matter the accolades, I will stay curious, seek feedback, and embrace the idea that mastery is a moving target. I will prove everyone by being open to being taught at any age, in any circumstance. The day I stop learning will be the day I begin to fade. Until then, I will remain voracious. I will prove everyone by preparing to outlast the noise. The world loves spectacle, but spectacle is fleeting. I will trade the one-off viral moment for steady reputation building. I will prove everyone by focusing on cumulative advantage, the quiet power that compounds when talent meets time, discipline, and alignment. I will prove everyone by standing in my own integrity. My methods will align with my values. I will not win at the expense of who I want to be. I will prove everyone by being the kind of person who, years from now, looks back and recognizes that the victories were never worth compromising the soul. I will prove everyone by making peace with the fact that not everyone will change their minds. Some will remain skeptical no matter the evidence. I will accept that their disbelief says more about them than about my worth or effort. I will prove everyone by staying focused on the subset of people whose opinions matter. Mentors, the market, the people I serve, and the quiet voice inside that knows when I've given my best. I will prove everyone by continually raising the bar. Each achieved goal will become the springboard for the next. I will not rest on laurels. I will deepen, refine, and expand. I will prove everyone by treating success as a process with new thresholds rather than a finish line. I will prove everyone by documenting the journey, the wins, the failures, the routines, the numbers not for praise but for clarity. Records provide feedback and keep delusion at bay. I will prove everyone by using hard evidence to show progress and by sharing the lessons so others can accelerate their paths. I will prove everyone by staying stubborn about the vision and flexible about the method. When circumstances change, I will adapt, but I will never betray the core ambition that drives me. I will prove everyone by matching persistence with creativity. When one approach fails, invent another, iterate quickly, and learn faster. I will prove everyone by being present in every phase of the work, in the grind, in the plateau, in the breakthrough. I will prove everyone by treating each step as essential, because often the truest proof is not a single spectacular moment, but the unglamorous hours that led to it. The quiet competence, the late nights, the early mornings, the small recovered losses, they will all add up to an undeniable truth. I will prove everyone by living a life where actions announce the answer before words ever do. My life will be the response to every doubt, every raised eyebrow, every dismissed possibility. I will let results speak, and when they do, they will not only silence critics, but also invite those who were once skeptical to become curious observers, allies, and perhaps even friends. I will keep working, keep improving, keep measuring, keep showing up, and when that day comes when the noise fades and the results stand tall, I won't need to say I told you so. My journey will speak louder than any argument ever could. Every scar, every failure, every moment of doubt will have built the foundation of something unshakable. Because in the end, it was never about proving them wrong, it was about proving myself right. I will prove everyone, not with words, but with what I've become unbreakable, undeniable, and unstoppable.